All right. So, Brooke, Brooke is a double diamond, you guys. How many people are on my team here? We've got a couple. Okay. So I met Brooke at conference. Basically, Allie, my ambassador, came up to me and was like, you need to meet Brooke. You guys are gonna be best friends. So go talk to her. And I'm like, who's Brooke? um, and she's like the sweetest girl ever. So, Brooke, we have some questions for you. Pretty basic stuff. First, when did you join and what were you doing at that time in your life? Like, what made you join?
Okay, so I joined in April 2018. It was my senior year of college. I literally joined 2 weeks before graduating. Um, so yeah, I was in college full time. I decided to join because it was like half off. So I messaged Kara, who's my enroller, and I was like, "Can I wait till after graduation to do this?" And she's like, "No, like the deal will end after that." So sorry. Um, so I joined literally 2 weeks before graduating, and I didn't do anything because it was like so crazy, and I didn't know what to do. So you're in that kind of position. It's normal. Like if you're too busy starting off, like it can take all your time.
Okay, so when you're graduating college, so obviously you're like thinking of, okay, you have to, interview for jobs and stuff. Like, I don't know if you knew what you were gonna do, but that's usually a really stressful time in a college student's life. So like, how did you what did you do? Like, did you apply for jobs still? Were you just like, oh, I'm gonna make it work, I'm making thousands? Like, what did you think when you joined?
Okay, so I was like applying for jobs like the months before April. And I'm from Omaha, Nebraska, but I was moving to a small town because that's where my boyfriend, fiance now lives. And it's a very small town. So I was applying places, getting interviewed. Um, my was accounting. So I was getting interviewed at banks. And I'm going to be honest, I didn't want to be a banker because I knew with an accounting degree I could make more somewhere else. So I turned that job down. I was getting interviewed at very high like positions and I wasn't qualified enough, so I just kept getting turned down. And I kept applying to places, but in the back of my head, I was working this business like it was my job. So as I was interviewing for other jobs, I was working this business, and I don't know how many months in, 2 months in, I was making enough to live by what I had. My boyfriend was paying for the house bills at the time and paying for most of the bills, so I was just paying for stuff that I needed. Luckily, I have no debt from school because my parents, I'm an only child, so I just got lucky in that. But still, I wanted more, and I wanted to be able to support my fiance and I. So I was just working this business as hard as I could so I didn't have to get a job because I don't want to sit in a desk for 9 to 5. No, thank you.
That's amazing. Oh my God. Okay, so walk us through your promotions. Like, how long did it take you to hit Ruby? When did you go diamond? And then talk about like what the business has done for you so far since then till now. Like, how long has it been total? It hasn't even been a full year yet?
Nope. I think it's
Oh,
been about
oh
10
my-
months.
okay, so walk us through the promotions then and so far what you've been able to do because of this.
Okay, so I went executive in May, so my first full month. In June, I promoted to Ruby in like a month, and then I promoted to Ruby at the end of June. And then in July, I promoted to Diamond. And I'll be honest, I got comfortable with Diamond. I slowed down, I lost my momentum. I was an LC enrolling machine, and then I just stopped. Like, I was like, oh, this extra $2,000 a month, or not extra, like this $2,000 a month is like great. And I just got comfortable with it. And then after that, my volume just kept dropping, and I was like, I don't like this. I don't like this. So finally in October, I made a decision. It wasn't even at the beginning of the month because I was so far away, it was not possible to go double. We had a Zoom with Mira, I believe, and she said something and something just clicked, and I was like, okay, I'm going double. So I got my charts out, figured out my exact volume. I think I was charted at the time. I was charted. I just needed a lot of volume, I thought. And I think it was the week before month end, and I needed over 6,000 GV in volume, and I made it happen. Me and my team made it happen, and I went double in October, and then I've been double ever since, and now I'm going for triple. I guess what it's done for me is just gave me freedom mainly, and it's been able for me to help pay for things like for my it's been able to help me through like help pay the bills. But the main thing is freedom because I do live 4 hours from my parents and I'm an only child. So I love my parents. I'm a family girl. So I love to be able to just travel whenever and go home whenever. And yeah, that's pretty much my promotions in a nutshell.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'm like out of state. I live out of state too. My parents are in Michigan and I'm in California. And I'm just like, okay, if I can, I have this day off of work. So if I want to go home, I should plan it this weekend so that I don't miss this much work. So that's like a huge thing that I'm looking forward to when I do hit double. It's just like being able to be like, no, I don't have to go to work because really I don't need it because I've got this. So, okay. Do you work Instagram more or Facebook more, or do you work them both equally? What's your jam?
Okay, so I work both, but Facebook is my main jam. I love Facebook. Um, when I first started, I was scared to post on social media and scared to post. I think this is one of your questions later, maybe, but I'm
Yep.
just gonna ask too because I made a second Instagram, which I do not recommend. I don't do it if you're new. Um, I made a new one and I've had to grow that. So I didn't work Instagram very often because it's hard starting from the ground. And I post a little bit on my other one, but my friends weren't really into it. So I mainly use Facebook and I do host post. That's mainly where I get all of my customers and distributors. Post all the time.
That's awesome. Okay, so we're going to talk about host post in a second, but you first joined, okay, I remember when I first joined, sorry, my mom's calling me. Um, when I first joined, I was so afraid to post on Facebook because that's like where all your family is, right? And your close friends. And I'm like, oh my gosh, they're gonna like make fun of me or they're gonna think like what I'm doing is a scam. So how did you get past that first initial fear? Because I know we have a few new people on here where they're in their first week of the business and they're just like, my friend just told me that this is a scam.
I think it took a post on Facebook. So I was using Instagram and then my upline, Kara, post. So then I wasn't actually posting on my own Facebook for like the first month or so, and other people were posting on theirs. And that's where I was getting most of my customers anyway. So I didn't have to post a ton on my Facebook. I mean, I did occasionally because Kara was like, hey, you need to post some on yours. So
Yeah.
then I just kind of got over it and I was like, my family is very judgmental. I still get crap from family members and I just ignore it. I just say, you don't pay for my stuff. I love what I do. It's fun. I use the products. Like some of them even need to use the products, to be honest. So I just kind of got over it and just started posting. And now I post all the time. And if they comment on it, I just delete it. If they comment something rude, I just delete it because I don't want other people to see that. And so, yeah, you kind of have to, it's hard at first. It is very hard at first to get over that fear. But if you really want this business and for it to work, you're going to have to post on social media. And even if you have to block your family members from those posts, I did do that a couple times. When I would post, somebody would comment on every time. So there's a way you can block certain people from seeing those posts. So if that is a big deal, like you can do that. So
Yeah.
that's my
I
thing.
I have a coworker actually who every single time I post anything about It Works or about any product, I come into work the next day and he's like, "Oh, so those It Works products, huh? Those really working?" And I finally was like, "Okay, this is enough." And so how you do that, you guys? So if you go to make a status, like you click what's on your mind, um, the right under your name, there's a little arrow and it says public. If you click on it, it says public, friends, friends accept, and then only me. And if you click friends accept, you can literally go through your followers and put a red like slash through anyone you want to block from those posts. So sometimes I'll put my posts as public. Sometimes I'll put them like for all of my friends to see. And then sometimes I'll do friends accept if I don't know. I'm still a little like, I haven't gone public yet, basically. So I have some coworkers that I block from some of my stuff, and I have family members that I block from some of my stuff. So yeah, cool. Okay, so then explain what host to post is, and like
Okay,
how do you do it?
so how I started was I like watched some videos. So if you don't understand how I'm explaining it, go find a YouTube video. There's plenty. So I just asked like 4 to 5 friends that I asked them to try the products, and they all said, no, none of these interest me. I asked 4 to 5 of them, and I said, hey, will you just post this for me? I'm going to do a drawing for either a free wrap or I can't remember what the other thing was, hair, skin, and nails maybe. And they all posted a cleanse post for me, and they blew up. Like I was signing 5 to 10 a day from just those 5 people's posts. Like it was going crazy. And then the funny thing is 2 out of those like 5 friends were like, oh, what's the cleanse? Can I buy it? And I was like, yeah. And then now one of them is even a distributor of mine. I don't think she's on here though. So asking your friends to post for you might change their mind on like some of the products. So how I do it now is and you can have like your mom and her friends post, your mom's friends post it too. I did that as well. And now how I do it is I go on Facebook, I go to Greenlight messaging, and that just means active people. I don't know if you guys know how to do that, but you'll just go to like your messenger and you can click the little settings thing and it will say active. So I'll go through those friends as long as they're not It Works distributors or with like another company. I do check their profiles now because I've messaged some that were It Works distributors, and some are nice and some aren't. And I say, hey girl, I have a quick question. And then usually our team's doing a like giveaway. So right now, I think you guys are doing the same, the Keurig and the K-Cups. So I'll just say, when they say yes, I say, hey, would you mind posting this post for me? It's super simple. All you have to do is copy and paste it to your wall. I don't know the wording exactly, and then I say, I'm giving this whatever away, and you'll get entered for free as long as you just post it. And when people comment on it, I'll take it from there. And then when they post it, I go and save it to my collections. I have one for December, January, now February, and I go to save it to that just so like this month I can go look back in November and message those people. I do write them down on a piece of paper as well because I like to have everything written down. But so then when people comment on the post, I add them as a friend and then I send them a message. Just depends on what post they post, like a distributor one, a cleanse one, or coffee are my 3 main ones that I do. My Thermify X didn't get, so I haven't done that at all. And then I'll message them, and then they're a potential. And then that's pretty much it. And then at the end of the month, I'll enter all those people into a giveaway, and then they win or they don't win.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay. So do you do any type of messaging on Instagram or not yet?
Yeah, I message every day on Instagram. I try to do 50 to 100 some because my following still isn't where I want it to be, but there's still people to message. So the main one I do is just, hey love, you have an amazing profile. Would you mind testing some products for me? Here, I don't know if I can type in here. And then sometimes I do, if they like didn't reply, this is the message that I sent. I put it in the chat.
Thank you.
Because I like people to know that it's going to cost them money. So I put, you're going to get a huge discount. Otherwise, they're going to think it's free, and I just don't like dealing with that. Mm-hmm. Or I'll just say, hey, love, are you interested in what I do? If they like my pictures or if they're viewing my stories. So then it's not a cold message because they're seeing that you're like with a company type of thing. So I don't consider that cold messaging.
Cool. Okay. So then, because you're doing all these host to posts and you're messaging, how do you really stay organized with it? Like you said the collections and that you write stuff down, but what about Instagram? Like, because sometimes I'll be doing follow-ups and I'm like finding messages that I didn't open, but I didn't get a notification for it. Or, you know, like I'm terrible at keeping follow-ups organized. So I'll be like, oh, this $20 code, awesome. Let me go message all my people. Crap. Like I didn't write them down. So how do you stay organized with that?
Okay, so I'm not the best at it, but I've been trying to get better. So I Cheyenne Knox is like, I look up to her. So she has binders, so I got a binder. And in it I have a potentials list, and I'm not very organized, but this is how I keep organized. I just have like columns, and then I have a column for their name. Sometimes I put like the date that I talked to them, and then if it's a potential customer, I have a list for that, and distributor, I have that separate. And then if it's a customer, I put which product they were interested in, and then their contact info, like either it's Instagram, Facebook, and then I try to get their number if they're like really interested and they're like ready to buy, but they can't till like Friday or something. And then I have like a list or a column for follow-ups, which I haven't been doing lately, but I do that so I can see how many times I followed up with the person, because the fortune is in the follow-up, and it could take 7 to 20 times for them to find like a follow-up to finally purchase or join you. So that's how I try to stay organized. And
Yeah.
I also like reminders on my phone, like on Facebook, I set those reminders. Instagram, you can also do, hold on, you can like make collections there too somehow. I can't remember how. Do you know
You,
how to do that?
um, I
Or it's
feel
not
like
collections.
you can save people's posts, maybe
Yeah.
sections or something like that. I did it like a long time ago. I used to do that, but I haven't done it in so long.
Yeah.
You guys, when she says 7 to 20 follow-ups, that is so true because there's this girl. Okay, so I joined in May of 2017, you guys. And I messaged this girl, or not May, March. And I probably messaged this girl in March. Um, and she wasn't interested. Messaged her again the next month, wasn't interested. Message her again. Oh, she's kind of interested now. Okay, cool. Talk to her a little bit. Then, I don't know if you guys really know my story, but then I quit for like 8 months. Then I reactivated my account. She would vote on my stuff. I would, hey, I saw your vote. Are you interested? No reply. No reply. She's still voting away. I'm like, what the heck is this girl doing? I've given her all the info. Finally, out of the blue, one day, she messages me, okay, I'm ready to get the keto coffee now. I'm like, a year later, like, I quit the business and came back around. So you guys keep, like, do not give up on people. I met with a distributor of mine for lunch today. And she,
Hey, Morgan, will you mute her?
yeah.
There you go.
Oh, did I just unmute her? Okay, good. Okay, we're good. I met with a distributor for lunch, and she's like, okay, so when people say no, they're not interested, should I unfollow them or should I keep following them? I said, well, I would keep, as long as they're following me, I'm going to continue to follow them, unless they're posting things that I don't like, unless they're like swearing on their social media. But if they're still following me, something is keeping them interested. So I'm going to continue to follow them, and I'm going to continue to like her stuff and comment on their stuff because someday I think they're going to come around. Would you say the same?
Yeah, I agree. If somebody says no, I just think I mean, I hear this all the time, but it's a not now type of thing. So I've had, I mean, I've been in since April, and people I talked to in April are now wanting the products. Or even I had somebody, I think it was yesterday, that I talked to in July about coffee, and she finally ordered. She's like, I'm ready to do this. So if I was to unfollow her, then she wouldn't have been able to find me, and she would have found somebody else to buy the coffee from. So I think it's important, unless you don't like their post and don't think they'd be a good fit for your team or would never buy the products, then yeah, unfollow them. But if they are being nice and just say, hey, I'm not interested, that's okay. They're maybe just not interested now. Another thing that I've heard is like something happens every 6 months, like something huge in your life. So if you keep having them follow you and you're following them, and like let's say they lost their job six in the next 6 months, and they're like, oh, she's been making money from her phone. They're gonna go to you first instead of some random person if you keep following and interacting with them.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So, what was it? I feel like I was gonna say something else. Oh, a distributor too. A distributor of mine. She was like, this girl had bugged me so much about joining the business, but it just wasn't my time. And then that, like, she hadn't heard from that girl in a while, a few months, and then I had reached out to her, and she was like, Taylor, when you reached out to me, it was just the right time. So don't give up. Okay.
Yeah.
So, what about when has anyone ever told you this is a scam?
All the time.
So what do you say?
So I mean, I guess most of the time when people tell me it's a scam, I always tell them like, no, it's not. I'm sitting at home making money. Like it's real money, or else I wouldn't be able to do this from my phone. Most of the time when people try to say it's a scam, they're rude or probably wouldn't fit in. So I just say, hey, no, have a blessed day and just move on. But if they're like, somebody's told them it's a scam, or like they say like, oh, my friends say this is a scam, and I literally just say, no, it's not. I literally make money from my phone. There's a whole team of us. And yeah, so I just keep it simple. I don't know, there's not much more you can say. They're either going to believe you or they're not going to believe you. So you just have to be real with them and say, I'm making money with this, or I'm going to be making money with this. And they believe you or not, and you just move on. They'll either join you or they won't.
Yeah. What I do, if people are rude about it, I just hit block. I'm like, I don't got time for you. And I just block them right away. If they're like somewhat interested, but they're saying, yeah, like their friends are saying it's a scam or something, I'm just like, I'm selling real products. Like the products are going to be at your door. So number one, that's not a scam. And you see all the result pictures I post. So like, do you think I had a Photoshop? Because I don't even know how to Photoshop. Okay, so what are you posting on your feed? Like, okay, let's cater this towards distributors who are in like their first month. What should they post? Because right now they're like, I don't know what to do. I'm not making money. How do I do live posts? So what are some tips that you have?
For like, I like love life posts. I think those are where you get all your distributors. So what I've always been told and what I like to do is you post where you're at now. No, wait, where you were, where you're now, and where you're going. So you can say, like, let's say you're brand new and you're going for that diamond bonus, because it's possible. Say you're going to earn that, what, is it $10,000? $10,000 bonus. Like, shout it out there, and people are going to be like, what? You're earning a what? A $10,000 bonus? Even if you're not going to earn it, like, I think when I was trying to go, I don't remember what train, maybe double. I didn't earn it in that September month. But then I earned it in October. So say, like, shout it out, like just say where you've been, where you're at now, where you're going. That's my biggest tip for like life posts. And then you also want to be posting about the products. You're not going to get customers from not posting. Even if people aren't commenting on your posts right now, they'll keep watching. They'll keep watching. And I don't know what else I was going to say.
That's good. That's really good. Well, I just told a distributor right before we got on this, I was like, when someone scrolls through your feed, or if they're just scrolling through their own feed and they pass a post of yours, they need to feel better somehow after reading that post. It's either you made them laugh, you were really positive and it just gave them a good vibe. It was motivational and inspiring. Like when they see your stuff, I always want to read it because they know they're going to feel better after reading it. So keep the junk away for sure. Cool. Okay. Question. How do you make your pictures? This is like a personal question. How do you make your pictures so good? Like you use a filter. I know you do. So where did you get it?
Okay, so I follow this girl on Instagram, and I don't even know how I found her. I think probably just from following random people. And you guys can use this if you want. It was a little pricey, but it was worth it. So I use a preset in Lightroom. Her name's Stephanie. I don't know how to say her last name. It's simply J is her Instagram name, and her preset was $40, but it's worth it because my feed all looks like very clean and very. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Oh, probably not. But they're all very bright and they all just flow together. So that's what I do. But you can find presets for pretty cheap on like Etsy or Instagram. And I think it's really important for your Instagram to look very nice. I guess I'll go into this because I think this is super important. Your Instagram feed should not be full of like it works products. Sometimes before and afters, I try not to do them, but I do them every once in a while and then I archive it or delete it the next day. So I like to keep my Instagram feed just life posts. So like we said, where you're going and like where you're at now, and you can post like about the business and like wanting to join you, but you post it with like a nice picture. And then I keep all the products and the stories. That's where mainly I get all my business is from my stories. So I think it's just super important on Instagram to keep it nice and clean and not full of it works because that will scare people. They're going to be like, nope, I don't want to follow her, and they'll unfollow you right away.
You guys,
Yeah.
if anyone on my team posts a picture like this, I will tell you to take it down immediately. Okay? Do not post black and green photos. It doesn't look good. People don't want to see it. When you guys are posting photos, you don't have to give presets. Like I didn't pay for any presets or anything like that. Obviously it looks good and you're gonna like have more traction. People are gonna want to follow you because they want to see pretty pictures. But you don't have to do that. But you should, I think, you should edit every photo that you put up there. You should brighten it. You should make it clearer. And there's an app that I use just called Pick Tap Go. I'm putting it in the chat. Pick Tap Go.
I used to use it. It's good.
Yeah, I mean it's really simple.
Yeah.
And I think it was like $3. It was like a one-time thing, like $2 or $3. Highly recommend that. I don't know how to use Lightroom. Like I've looked at it and I'm like, oh my God, I don't know how to do it.
I'm gonna do like a YouTube video about it because I had to help Kara do it too. So I might just do one how to like
You should.
upload a preset into your Lightroom and just how to use it because it's super simple. I just have to go in there now and click one button and it puts it on my picture.
Yeah, I gotta learn how. I want to look bloggerish. Okay. So next question. What is your next goal with the business? First, just a business goal, and then we're gonna do a life goal.
Okay, so my goal for this month is to go triple diamond. I just got charted for it today, and you guys, I'm still like over 21,000 in volume away, but that is my goal for February 28th. I will be triple diamond.
That is awesome. And you guys, she's 22, and I don't know if you know, but triple diamonds make 10,000, right? Average?
Yeah. Around there, yeah.
That's insane. Like, she just became old enough to drink, and she's making $10,000 a month. Okay, so now life goal. Like, that's your business. So now, like, what's your next life goal? Like, what do you want to do with that?
Okay, so I guess my main goal right now, why I am so like trying to make so much money and like want to promote so fast is because I'm getting married in October and my parents have offered to pay for most of it, but I hate that they're paying for that, but I don't have the money. Like I have some money, but not enough because weddings are expensive. So my main goal is to pay as much as that as I can. Another one is we live in like a kind of nice house, but it needs a lot of work. So my next house goal is to do our kitchen. And we just did our bathroom and it's tiny and it was very expensive. And thanks to It Works, we paid most of it. But so my next big goal is also our kitchen and getting that remodeled.
That's awesome. Cool. Okay. Do you have a dream board?
Yes, I want to make one like actually like print pictures off and stuff, but I haven't done that yet. But I made one in like Pick Tap Go, or not Pick Tap Go. I just made one on my phone,
Like
whatever
Canva or
app I
something.
use. Yeah,
Okay,
got
so
lots of stuff on there.
yeah. Okay, you guys, the first time, I don't even know who told me to make a dream board. Somebody in It Works. It told me to make a dream board, and I'm like, this is so silly. But I made it, but I kept it very private. Like didn't show anyone, like my fiance at the time. I was like, you don't need to look at this. This is embarrassing. But this year, you guys, me and my husband made it together. Okay, well, I made the whole thing, but he sat there and watched me and then gave me a few of his goals. And it's like I'm so much more excited about it because he's there to hold me accountable. I'm there to hold him accountable to his personal goals. And then we have some together where we're like, okay, like we have a goal to have $85,000 in our savings come December. And 25,000 is going to go to a car so we can pay for that car in full. And when we see that, like it's sitting in our living room right now. And every day we walk into the living room, we see that and we're like, okay, we're a third of the way to our goal. We're this close. Like we should move some more into our savings this month. Like it's so, I don't know. I like it. It's fun. Don't hate it like I did.
I need to do that. I'm still scared to make one with him, but eventually I'll be like, hey, can we
Me
make
too.
one?
It's
He's
fun.
very not like goals setting or doing stuff like that. So, but I'm gonna make him. So
You should. Okay, so what is any other advice you have? We kind of went through all of my questions. You guys, if you have questions for her, can you put it in the chat? And then if there are any, I'll ask them. But do you have any other advice for anybody starting out, like if they're in their first 3 months of the business?
I guess especially for like newbies is like don't be scared to post. We kind of talked about this earlier, but like don't be scared to post because somebody's going to judge you. People are going to judge us no matter what, so you might as well just start posting now and start making that money so you can prove them wrong. I wrote down some stuff, so hold on. And like this is for new people. I don't know if anyone's super new on here, but don't wait for your kit to get in. I get lots of newbies who are like, well, I can't start if I don't have my kit. And I'm like, yeah, you can. I'll help you. Literally post it, post whatever, screenshot your messages to me. I'll help you say what needs to be said so it's like not word vomit, because you want to keep so you don't scare somebody away. And you don't have to wait for somebody to tell you what to do. I feel like in this business, there's some people who need to be told what to do, some people who are just like go-getters and whatnot. So I guess my advice is be a go-getter and watch the YouTube videos. I live on YouTube. I watch so many still. Like I'm a double diamond and I still have to watch YouTube videos because sometimes I do feel like lost, like what do I do now? And then I just remember how simple it is. Just do the basics. So just make sure you're posting every day, messaging people. You have to message people. So hi
Okay.
Kara.
Hi, Kara. Okay, so Brooke, what are the basics?
The basics for me are posting, messaging, personal development, always personal development. I start my mornings with personal development. And that's pretty much it, is posting and messaging. If you want this business to work, that's what I think it is, at least, is posting and messaging. Because if you're not asking people, somebody else is going to ask them.
That's how simple it is. Literally post, message, follow up, interact. Like it's not rocket science. Okay, so I had one more question. When you said you're gonna get judged, what did you say when you said don't be afraid to post? What did you say? You
I
said
don't
don't be
remember.
afraid to post because
Don't be
somebody's gonna have something to say or something like that.
like judge you for it. Yeah.
You guys, somebody's gonna judge you for something that you do. It doesn't matter what you do. It could be like you want to go live in Africa for a year. There's going to be people who are going to judge you. It's you want to wear these jeans with holes in them. My husband judges me because I wear jeans with holes in them because he thinks it's stupid. You guys, who cares? Like somebody's going to judge you for every single thing that you do. Like you might judge me because I bought this sweater off Amazon. It's awesome. But I don't know, just don't listen to them. Like she said before, they're not paying your bills. If they are, you probably wouldn't be here. So that's awesome. Do you have anything else, Brooke?
I don't think so. Let me think. I guess I took not I went very fast, but at the very beginning I went slow. So like I was saying before, just start. Like start right now. If you're new, start now. If you're not new, start now and just start doing something for the business. Start posting, start messaging, start reaching out to family members. If you haven't yet, reach out to them because those are going to be your biggest support or they're going to be the biggest judgment. So if they're judgmental, don't reach out to them. If they're going to be supportive, they're going to help you out. They're going to be like, oh, yeah, I want to try your product. So I guess my biggest tip is just to start now, no matter where you are, where you're at in your business.
Yeah, that's awesome. And anybody who's new on here, if you're getting messages back and you have no idea what to say, like she said before, screenshot everything and send it to your enroller, and they will help you through everything. Like I had no idea what to say at first, but you learn as you go, and that's what we're here to help you guys with. So, Brooke, thank you so much for getting on. I cannot wait to watch you go triple.
Well, you're going double this month, so.
Yes. Going double, going triple. It's going to be a blast. So thank you guys for hopping on. This was recorded, so I'll just post it in our team pages, and we will see you soon.
Bye. Thank you for having me on.
Yep.
Bye.